Welcome to your inspirational astrology horoscope for Wednesday, January 16th, 2013. I am astrologer David Palmer, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. Well, this is a super powerful day. Not only do we have Venus and Pluto at the exact same spot in Capricorn, but the Sun and Mercury are also conjunct in Capricorn, and the Moon is now in Aries. So this is a lot of forward movement in our life and a lot of personal emotions. The personal emotions that we are dealing with in our own starts, in our own progression, but most importantly, the personal emotions that we are dealing with in the foundation of our life. And with Venus and Pluto conjunct, this is intense, very powerful energy. This is the last planet that's going to tap into Pluto here. You know, all this energy, the Sun, Mercury, Mars, all this stuff came and passed through Pluto and really washed us clean. But when it comes to our love, when it comes to our relationships, when it comes to what it is that we value in our lives, this is the last thing that is getting washed clean by Pluto. It is time for us to take a deep look, an intense look, and really rebirth what it is that we value in our life, our relationships as well, because we are building the new solid bedrock and pouring the concrete in our life. This is us leaving behind things that we have valued that don't need to be valued anymore. You know, you might be valuing something such as money, maybe even a possession, or especially a person that isn't even in alignment with your life anymore. It's right in front of your face. It really is. And that's what Pluto does. It puts the raw truth right in front of your face. And it can feel hard, it can feel intense, but this intensity is to rebirth you to realize if that person's not in your life anymore, why do you still hold on to it? If you're attached to even maybe a possession or a thing or something in your life that isn't working for you anymore, this is where you realize it, ditch it, and move into new desires. This is also where we move into a new foundation of the relationships that we're going to be in. And because the Moon is in Aries today, this is us emotional about our own stuff. This is our egos, this is our soul desires, this is our soul purpose that we want to move forward with. And it's going to conjunct Uranus, so this is a lot of electric emotion energy, a lot of excitement emotionally about what it is we need, what it is that I want in my life. And because the Sun and Mercury are conjunct, this is one of the times of the year when the Sun and Mercury come together where all the clarity is there for you. The universe made sure that we get a lot of clarity to understand the relationships that need to end, the desires that need to end. But also, this is also where it's on the opposite end because Pluto is so both-sided, white or black, right? So maybe relationships are ending, old desires are ending, but new desires are beginning. New relationships that you can build your foundation on are going to begin here. And it's time for us to progress forward in the right structure. The new concrete to be poured is today. Pour the concrete today. I talked about it for the last couple days to prep you, but today is where you put the energy out of understanding the life that you want to achieve, understanding the goals to achieve, understanding your sole purpose of making sure that you have it straight, that you're being responsible, that you're making some clear-cut decisions. One thing about this energy that's happening right now with all this Venus-Pluto is it's in Capricorn. Some big decisions on what it is that you value anymore in your life. Very big things that you have to make a decision with that you value with in your relationships now. And with the Moon, after it passes Uranus today and coming in tonight as it squares Venus and Pluto, oh gosh, it can really get very, very big emotionally because we're tapping into this, our own wants, our own needs of the ego, and having to let go emotionally, especially, of what our ego wants from what is actually right and truthful in the relationships and what it is that we value. So how weird is that it can be a little tense today if you're holding on to what you think you need because you're not changing or reinventing who you are. It comes down to this reinvention in yourself. And by leaving behind old relationships, leaving behind old systems, leaving behind especially the things that you value or are obsessive compulsively obsessed with, when it comes to what you desire. You know, you might be so obsessed with cars, right? Because you need to have a certain kind of car to feel good in your life, when really you've spent your whole life obsessing about cars, or this whole year when you didn't really get anywhere and you didn't even get the car. I mean, it's kind of crazy energy like this, where it's like, it's time to let it go. It's time to let these people go. You know, it's one thing that this world is all about people, so I don't want to come across sounding like I'm some dickhead, like, freaking leave them. But the truth is the truth. You know, there are people in our lives that we draw in that are mere reflections of who we are. And this is where we see that truth in the reflection of the mirror. It doesn't mean maybe that you have to let go of them, but you need to let go of the maybe deep, core, obsessive, even valued or possessive energy towards them that isn't right for your goals and your own achievements. If you have somebody that's attached to you and you're trying to move forward but you're still attached and they're not part of that, what are you doing? It's that energy today. It is time to leave the values that do not work for ourselves anymore, and especially not let our ego trip this stuff up today. And especially our heads and our minds, which, I'll be real with you, Jupiter in Gemini is telling us now that it's stopping. Jupiter's going whoop. It is stopping really hardcore. Our attitudes, our minds, we are cutting down to the truth. No more can we play mind games with ourselves. Let our ego control what is deep down inside of the bottom basement of where we really come strong from, and move forward to the top of our mountain by holding on to the things, the rules and the structures that leave you from really stepping into the new and exciting person that you're truly meant to be, from what is being exposed on your truth on the inside and what is being exposed that is actually getting in between you from getting what you really want. Check out my website, David-Palmer, because I've got my sale going through Sunday. Check it out. I got my 60, 30-minute reading, 90-minute reading, all on sale, all at david-palmer.com. And if you want an astrology consultation about how to become an astrologer, I have it all there on my astrology classes, david-palmer.com. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.